everyone! Well, we're here, we're back, and today we're doing another anti-MLM video, and for this video we will be talking about paparazzi. You guys just knew I had to do the shoulder shimmy when I say the word paparazzi. it just has to happen. The video we will be reacting to today is all about becoming a paparazzi director, so that is the third rank in paparazzi. If rank advancing in MLMs was just as simple as you need to sell this amount of product in order to achieve this rank, then we would not be getting these type of videos because it would just be that simple. They would not have to go into detail into what more you need to do to achieve certain ranks. And usually that more detail is recruiting a certain amount of people and getting those people to sell a certain amount of product. So it becomes a little more complicated when other people are brought into the mix. So if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you really like it, please subscribe. Make sure to check out my description below for all of my fun links. And with all of that said, let's get started.
What this training is going to be on is what the first rank of paparazzi is, which is the director, and how you get there. Okay.
Interesting that she's calling it the first rank, because looking at their income disclosure statement, you have rank of consultant, rank of star consultant, and then rank of director. So to me, director would be the third position in the company. But I wonder if she's calling it the first rank because it's the first rank that they would consider you actually being a business owner, aka having recruits underneath you.
Usually when people start, they're so excited and they're wanting to tell the whole world about their business, but they don't even stop to think that there's other people that would want to do this too. So when I first joined, the very first thing I did was tell one of my good girlfriends. I was like, oh my God, I just joined this thing. I'm so excited. And she's like, I want to do it too. Okay. So I said, let's do it together. You know, it'll be fun. Of course, I got my box and opened the dang thing. She didn't open hers. Okay. She probably still has it in her house closed up, but
she may have done a little more research of what exactly paparazzi is and decided, oh, I don't want to do one of those things.
You have to open the box for it to work, right? But I immediately, the minute I joined, started talking about this. And I didn't have any intention on building a team.
They all say that. I never had an intention of building a team. It just kind of naturally happened.
It just happened, right? And as I started going live and having fun and enjoying myself, then people started asking me, right? So I was live all the time though. You guys have to realize when I started, I was buying tires. Like I was live all the time. And so when you are brand new, or if you've been here a while, reset, right? When you are brand new, do not be afraid to go talk to people and sign them up. You have me as a leader on this team. Or if you're on YouTube watching this, you have a leader that you can send them to, hopefully. Okay. And when you bring them in, plug them into the systems that already work, right? You don't have to know all the things, right? I certainly didn't know all the things when I started by any extent of anyone's imagination. I grew with my team. Okay. So immediately you should start talking about it, right? And people are going to join you first before they join anything else. If you are having fun and having a blast, yes, a lot of your warm market, you guys are going to watch you to see if you're successful or you stick with it. So I've seen so many people that bounce businesses faster than they could bounce a basketball. If you are one of those people that bounce from this business to this one, to this one, to this one, to this one, no one will ever take you serious, right? They will not. Because they're like, oh yeah, she's starting another thing. Okay, let's see how long this one lasts, right? Oh, there's another one. Okay, well, let's see how long this one lasts. Thank God I didn't join her team on the last one, right? So you guys have got to be consistent. Stick with something first and foremost. When I joined this business, I had never done anything like this. And here I am 5.5 years still here. So if anyone questioned going to be a solid leader for me, The answer would be yes, right? Because I work my business and I'm not going anywhere. So you want to have people look at you the same way. All right, so in the ranking system, I always hear, I'm trying to hit the rank of Life of the Party Bronze. Life of the Party Bronze is a program, an incentive, or a reward for your sales. Life of the Party is not a rank, okay? Ranking is tied in with team building, okay? So has nothing to do with Life of the Party whatsoever, all right? So when you are trying to get to the first rank, the very first rank when you sign up and join as a consultant, okay? That means you are not active with your 25 pieces. So consultant, not active. If it says on your dashboard you're a consultant, you have not done your 25 pieces or 50 PD a month, okay? Now, if, and keeping it real, I wrote down the figure. Let me see what the amount was. If you only go active each month or you only do Fashion Fix each month, okay? Your profit is going to be $56.25 per month.
Is she saying that for the consultant or for the next rank? So let's look back at the income disclosure statement. So she is saying you take home each month would be $56, but looking at this, we'll just take the star consultant rank, which has the majority of the company in it at about 70%. It looks like they are taking home about $23 on average. And then if she is talking about the consultant rank, they're taking home on average $12. And that doesn't even account all the product that they had to purchase and the starter kit that they had to purchase. So none of that is profit.
That's your total profit. Okay? So if you're only going active, that is your only profit. So if you have these really, really great goals for yourself, you have to do a lot more than go active, right? Okay, so what is director and how do you get there? So consultant is not active. Star consultant is when you have bought your 25 pieces and you're active each month. Okay, it'll say star consultant. That is where a lot of people that are at the very beginning start. Okay, all of us have been there once, at least. And all of us until we go active.
That is what definitely makes it an MLM, is that every single person in an MLM starts at the bottom and then works their way up. Obviously, the time frame of how people do that varies depending on if they have a bunch of people to bring along with them or not, versus a traditional business where you don't have to start out at the bottom. You can start multiple, levels up. I know it's not levels, but you don't have to start at the bottom when it comes to traditional business. And you also typically don't have to buy your way in.
Active and have our 3 people active, which I'm going to explain to you. All of us are star consultants at the beginning of every month, just so you know, even me. Okay? So,
and that's the other thing that makes traditional businesses different, is that at the start of each month, it's not like you're bumped down and you now have to start at the very bottom and work your way up again. Whatever position you were hired at, that's the position that you maintain unless you get promoted or fired or you decide yourself, hey, I no longer want to be a manager because of life and circumstances, and you willingly take a lower position. So that is obviously a huge difference when it comes to the MLM world and the traditional business world.
when you get 3 people directly under you, okay, I'm going to tell you the beauty of our compensation plan is, and this is, completely separate, but if you really go study comp plans that are out there, I love the fight of pyramid scheme, because first of all, if the end result is you have a product, there is no such thing. Okay, a Ponzi scheme, pyramid scheme, etc. Fill in the blank, right? And a pyramid, no one can get above the top person, which in direct sales and network marketing, that's not the case, especially with our company.
Are we really going with that argument of it can't be a pyramid scheme because you can outrank the person that recruited you? That's not a rule in pyramid schemes, that it's like, hey, don't worry though, your company can't be a pyramid scheme if you allow people who were recruited to outrank the person that got them. It's like the person that got them in is still making money off of that person. And you right here are talking about getting to the rank of director, which requires the individual to get 3 people below them. It has nothing to do with how many sales, how many pieces they've sold. It doesn't. It has to do with like, okay, make sure that you are personally buying this amount of product and you have 3 people below you, and then you get to rank up. So you are more focused on the recruitment aspect of it than you are of the sales aspect to get to the next rank. So it is more focused on recruitment, which is what pyramid schemes are.
Right? But if you work for a business, no one can ever pass the CEO, ever. Okay?
And people in MLMs don't surpass the CEO. I have never once seen somebody in an MLM surpass the CEO.
So, kind of looks something like this. But how Paparazzi's comp plan is set up is you only get paid on the first 3 levels. So, as an example to this.
Okay, that's still, you still have people below you and you're still profiting off of those people. In traditional business, you get paid for the work that you do. You don't get paid. I mean, maybe there's like profit sharing and maybe you do get commission as you as a team, but you still get your own individual pay versus being dependent on having people below you in order for you to rank up and make more money.
My team is 11 levels deep. Level 4 through level 11, I make $0 off of that level. So if someone that was my level 7, meaning my person signed up, then the next person had all the way 7 levels down, okay? If I'm on a one-on-one Zoom coaching you, I'm not doing it for money. I darn sure am not doing it for money because I don't get paid to do that, right? My job as a leader is to lead my organization, which is...
But let's say your person who is rank 4 has rank 7 below them, wouldn't you get commission off of all of them and their team's sales? So it may not be that person individually, like whatever they specifically sell, you are getting a profit of, but when a person who is in your levels, you know, them and their group does well and they maintain their certain rank, it does benefit you. So you may not individually profit off of them, but you're still profiting off of people no matter what, and that's the problem. Okay, I decided to look at their compensation plan, which is kind of, I don't really like how it is laid out because it's not on their actual website, which is very strange. So I had to go to like this third-party person who is a part of Paparazzi, where they do put the compensation plan. I don't know if this is an old compensation plan or the current compensation plan, but here we go. So she's talking about the rank of director. It says you need 3 personally sponsored active consultants, and we're going to just assume since she has 11 levels down that she is probably at the very top of the company. Impressionista, these names. And you look down here and you see this 1%, but you also see all of these other percents. And so it says unilevel 1, 2, 3. So she does, you know, only get paid up until like 3, we'll say. But then generation 1, 2, 3, I'm not quite sure what that is. Legacy 1, 2, 3. I assume it just means you're profiting more off of people. And then this infinity bonus, which the top 2 ranks get, and it's 1% and 0.5%. And I googled what is infinity bonus in Paparazzi. It says infinity bonus as a Lux jet setter, you can earn an additional 0.5% on the volume generated from your entire team down to and including the next Lux jet setter or higher. This increases 1% when you achieve the rank of impressionista. So you do profit off of everybody. It may not be like directly, like I said, but you're still profiting off of having multiple levels below you. The more recruits you get, the more this entire team is selling, the more money you get.
Okay, so as you grow, that is your leadership. But your very first level is your personally sponsored. That means they chose you. They said, I want to join Paparazzi and I want you to be my leader. Okay, you are my person. Paparazzi says, who's your sponsor? Your sponsor is that person. Okay, so let's talk about sponsoring. If you look at an addiction world, okay, and everyone has somebody that they know in their life that has dealt with addiction somewhere. They go through treatment, what do? They get a sponsor. Their sponsor is there for accountability, to cheer them on, to help them, to be there if they need help, to be there when they call, right? To help them grow and stay strong and get stronger and turn into a better version of themselves.
Right, truly actually helping people and wanting to, benefit that person, see what they can be outside of this addiction. Like, that's somebody actually helping someone and wanting to see them be better, not in an MLM business where it's like, hey, I want you to join underneath me so that I can profit off of you, so that I can make more money and better myself. Those are two totally different things. One is actually helping someone. One is taking advantage of someone.
That's what a sponsor is. When you bring someone in here to this business, you are sponsoring them in. Okay? So I don't want you to look at it as your upline, your upline, your upline. You are a sponsor.
You can change the lingo all you want, but it is an upline. They are profiting off of you. If they weren't profiting off of you and they were truly just helping you, it's like, hey, they got in and maybe because they signed up through your unique link, you get like $50 for every person that signs up. And then, you go on, you sell more product, and there you go. And you help them along the way if you so choose to. But no, you want to help them along the way. You want to follow their every move because it benefits you.
What are you doing as their sponsor? Are you bringing them in and going and dropping them off at your uplines group as a meeting and leaving them there? Or are you there and you answer whatever you can? And guess what? And you will find this with me as your leader. If my people come to me with a question because their downline asked them a question, I will help them find the answer. Why do I do that? Because they need to know how to find the answer to teach their team, right? So I will help them find the answer, and then I want them to go back to their people and answer the question. Why? It's not about me. I don't need the credit for giving the right answer. I want them to have the credibility and the trust of their downline that if they have a question, they can go to them. And if they don't know, they can get the answer. But they're going to come back and deliver that answer back to their people, right? I don't want them to say, oh, Danielle told me. I don't care. They don't need to know that I told you, okay? It's all about you learning as a leader. My job as a leader is to mentor great leaders. Okay, so level 1 is the people that chose you. That's your personally sponsored people, your PS, your business partners, okay? When you have 3 that are active, right, that are star consultants, so 25 pieces per month. When you have 3 people, you can be like Michelle Van Patten on my team, had all 3 of them join in one day, became a director in like 30 minutes, okay? She joined and had people that were ready to join with her when she joined. So when you have 3 people that are active, you become the first rank, which is director with Paparazzi, okay? That means you have 3 level 1 people. Now, when they join, anyone that joins under you, level 1, you get 15% of a business building bonus off of their kit volume, one time, okay? And then you also get 10% off of their volume, all right? That's level 1, okay? Now, you have to be active to get any of it. So here's the beautiful thing with our comp plan. A lot of companies, you will see or hear stories of people just building and building and building and then doing nothing and making money at the top. With our comp plan and the way that
And what does that sound exactly. Does that sound sketchy and weird to you and maybe pyramid schemey? But then you're going to turn around and say, like, oh, but ours isn't like that because we force people to buy our product. It's I don't know if that's what she's going to say, but I feel like that's what she's going to say.
Paparazzi has set this up. If you are not working, you are not active, you receive $0. $0. Okay? And it rolls up to the next person that's working. So you have to continue to work to receive a commission.
I like, out of context, it's like, oh, you know, traditional business, it's like, it's so weird. My company's not paying me and for the lack of work, for the zero work that I do. Like, what's wrong with them? And then this, it's like, you have to work in order to receive your paycheck. And it's like, yeah, that's normal. You're acting like this is like so special and unique. And it's like, wow, thank you, paparazzi, for telling us we have to work. And again, I think the work is just, you have to buy X amount of product. You have to just show that you are actively buying or maybe selling a certain amount. It probably is not even a huge number. So you just have to be showing some sort of activity of buying the product in order to receive the money from your downline. That's the only thing. It's like, oh, you want to receive money from the backs of the people below you? Okay, well, you know, actually act like a salesperson for your own business. They should be doing that anyway. That should be a thing that is common sense that no one should even bring up because it's something people are doing anyway.
Right? So you have to be active and working yourself. And after a certain rank, it's not 50 PV, it's 100 PV. Okay? So you have your 3 people, you become a director. Now, say that is May. You become a director. Awesome job. And then you don't recruit anymore. Natural rule of thumb is 50% are going to drop off. Okay? So I hear...
So 50% of 3. So a person and a half. So half of a person just leaves. that was a real dumb comment to make. But it's like, I'm thinking they mean 2/3 when it's like you recruit 3 people, more than likely 2 of them are probably going to leave, so you just have to keep recruiting, and it's just a never-ending cycle. Where the time freedom is, I can't tell you.
All the time stories. Well, I had 7 people, but none of them did anything, and you know what? They all quit, and now I don't have anyone. My question always is, how many people did you recruit each month? If it is 0, that's why. If it is 3 at minimum, which is my rule of thumb, I have to be a director every month, meaning I have to have at minimum 3 new people every single month. I've only missed it 5 months out of 5 years. Okay?
Was that from your lack of trying? Was that from you not working hard enough? Or was it just from outside uncontrollable sources telling you, no, I don't want to join no matter how hard you tried each month? So is it your fault? Or is it the outside sources that you have no control over? She'll probably say it's your fault for not talking to even more people. Or that it was her fault for not talking to more people. Or she would lie and say, I just didn't really try that hard that month. Which could be true. I don't know. But it's more than likely what she would say.
I also have 300, as of today, 326 personally sponsored consultants. Because I talk about this all the time. Right? And I show up and I maintain consistency. So with that said, you've got to continue to build each month. You can't just hit director and say, woohoo, I hit it and then I'm done, which is what majority of the people do. Hallelujah. Amen. I hit it. Awesome job. And then they stop. I got my 3 people. And then the next month, they're not a director anymore. Or their next person, one of their 3 people, builds a team. So if they were still a director, they would receive 10% off of their first line and 5% off of their second line. Okay? And hold on, I'm going to show you guys a graphic because it's going to make it a lot more easy to explain to you.
Please look like a triangle. Please look like a triangle. Please.
So, as a director...
Oh my God, yes. You can't be serious. You brought up the pyramid scheme topic. You did. And then you show me this. I don't care that they're smiley faces. That is a triangle.
All right, I know this is backwards, okay? You get the one-time 15% bonus. You get 10% off of your first line.
And here's the other thing about traditional businesses is like, if you have a manager, your manager is not making commission on all of the sales that you do throughout, like, let's say a cashier job, like Target and Walmart are always like the common ones, but like a cashier at Target, all the things that come through, they're not making commission on, and the manager's not making commission on, and the supervisor's not making commission on it. And every person that comes through the line at Target, they're not too asking them if they want to be a cashier at Target, because it doesn't benefit that person. They are just there to work their hourly job, do whatever, and then leave. They don't have to worry about harassing every single person that they talk to and being online constantly and making sure that they spend $50, $100, $200 in Target every single month so that they can receive their paycheck.
Which is your personally sponsored consultants, and 5% off of your second. So if you stop becoming a director, okay, meaning you quit building and all of your team drops off, you don't have your minimum of 3 active each month. When you drop below director, you only get 5% off of your first line.
Oh, gross. You only get a little bit of commission off of the people below you, not the maximum amount of commission off of the people below you. The more people that they have below them, the higher the rank they are, the more money they make off of the backs of the people below them, which is why they are so obsessed and insistent on recruiting for themselves and getting people to recruit below them, because then they can make even more money. They don't have to actually go out there and recruit because the people below them are going out there and recruiting. And it makes it a lot easier when you have the people doing the hard work for you and you're just benefiting.
0% off of your second. Now, when you end up going to Premier Director, which is the next level after Director, you get 10%, 5%, 5%, okay? So if you are not active, you get $0. If you're active but you don't have 3, right? Because 3 to make it to director, 3 active, maintaining that, okay? If you don't have those 3 people active, then what happens is you drop below and you only get 5% off of your first line of your personally sponsored, okay? So your goal is to get to director every single month. That has always been something that Trent Kirby told me from the very beginning. Danielle, become a director every single month. And I have. And I'm telling you, if you maintain that and you show your team how to do that. Now, how do you do that? Open your mouth.
It's interesting how the main rank is just make sure you are purchasing 50 PV so that you stay active, and recruiting. Those are the only 2 qualifications of hitting the 3rd rank of the company. It's not selling X amount of product. I guess it can be with the 50 PV, but you could just purchase that yourself. It's kind of, you know, hey, I'm good. I'm active for this month. It's just mainly about getting the 3 people and maintaining those 3 people, which it's never just 3. It's always way more than 3 so that they have a cushion, because those people will leave. But it's interesting that they just always know people are going to leave, yet they claim it's this wonderful once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that nobody should pass up, yet a lot of people get in and then pass it up because they realize it's not a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It's just a way for people to make money off of your hard work.
Immediately quit being afraid and go tell everyone. While you're super excited about it, go tell everyone about it. And I'm going to tell you a story that I just talked to one of my 2 new team members tonight. And she was telling me that her mom and her grandma came over and said, oh, I heard you're doing that jewelry thing like your cousin did. And your cousin went into debt and failed. And I can't believe you're going to do that. And my response was, so why would you think that I am like her to where I have to misspend my money and I immediately am going to fail because she did? Right?
Because the way the compensation plan, the way all of the MLM world is built is for majority of people to go into debt, to suffer, all because the people around them are telling them, you can do it, just keep going, it's all going to turn around tomorrow. Who knows, next month could be the month that you flourish. I mean, it's like you saw one person go into debt, which we have seen a lot of these paparazzi hunts have so much inventory. When I do the Reddit reacts and we see they're like, hey, I'm no longer in paparazzi, I'm trying to get rid of my jewelry, 5 for $10, I'm trying to get it out. They have boxes and boxes and boxes of this stuff because they believed it was their own business and it's all going to be okay. It's easy to sell because it's only $5 jewelry and it'll sell itself. You just post on social media and it'll sell. Then they get in, they do the systems, they do what they're supposed to do, they do what their upline is saying, and they still don't see anything until sometimes it is too late and they go into debt. And it's not, I mean, yes, I guess it is on the individual for putting themselves in debt, but when you have so many voices and people telling you, just keep going, just keep going, just keep doing it, just keep following the systems. This happened to me too. This is exactly how my journey went, and then look at me now. They want to believe that the people who are telling them all these positive woohoo things are telling them the truth and that they wouldn't lead them astray until it's too late.
But of course, because one person failed at something, automatically everyone thinks everyone else is going to fail at it or it's just a bad thing. There are plenty of people in this company that are proof that it works.
Is there really plenty of people that proves that it works? Let's just check on that. Oh, I don't know. Income disclosure statement once again. Oh, look at that. Where does the 1% happen? About, producer is 1.27. But let's say the real life-changing money. We'll go down where somebody supposedly is making $10,000 a month. That's pretty good. At the rank of fashionista at 0.23%. Less than 1% of the company are proving that, hey, it can happen. And that's what you have to do in an MLM. If nobody was reaching these numbers, if nobody was getting there, then people would not fall for it. They'd be like, oh, nobody's done it, so this is not real. There has to be the few select who have reached this to convince the majority that they too can get there.
Is it going to work for everyone? Absolutely not. Are there people out there that quit before they start? Yes. Are there people out there that do not manage a business the way that it should? Yes. So at the end of the day, if someone fails, you can't blame the company or the product. You have to blame the person.
That is such... The company structure is built for majority of people to fail. 99% of people lose money in MLMs. That is the MLM business structure's fault. People are not going into this wanting to go into debt. People are going into this believing it to be one way, finding out it's a lot harder, a lot more difficult than they thought it was going to be. They believe they're just going to sell fun jewelry, and in reality, they have to recruit every single person that they come into 3 inches of. Actually, 300 million feet away. Every person, any human being on the planet, they have to try and recruit. That doesn't sound like what you're promising in opportunity calls. In opportunity calls, you're saying as long as you follow the systems and you're just posting on social media, you're just talking about a product you love, you too will be successful. People can do that, but that's not what this is. It is a recruitment-based job, and a lot of people don't want to do that. So you're kind of misleading them when they get into this, which is why a lot of people leave, a lot of people stay because they think maybe they can make this work because people are telling them, hey, just keep trying. You know, it took me X amount of months to get there. If you just keep putting money in this, you just need to maybe have more inventory. That's the problem. You don't have the right pieces that people like. They believe all of these things that the people above them who claim to have all this money and all this success do, and they're still not seeing it because it's not meant for every person to succeed. It's impossible.
Right? You can't blame the product and the company. Look at the person that failed. Majority of the time, they have not unfailed at anything that they've done, right? And I know that sounds harsh, but if you look at history, started something, quit, or started something, failed, started something, quit, started something, failed, and they never stuck their heels in, where I can tell you in my personal experience, when I joined this, quitting was never even an option on the table. So when I had really bad times or really sad times or really burnout times or whatever, quitting was never an option.
But that's your situation. And I'm sure a lot of people are like, I don't want to quit. I want to keep doing this, but I can't keep putting money into something that's giving me nothing back. I can't keep hearing no day after day after day. It's tearing me down. It's making me feel less than. So in order to protect myself, my mental health, my family, my finances, I have to get out of this. So it's not fair to say, well, I had hard days and I got over it and look where I am. That's your situation and that's you. You do not know other people's situation. You cannot compare yourself to every single other person that's been in paparazzi.
So for me, if quitting was never an option walking into this, when times get hard, you push through them. When barriers come up, you find your way around them or over them, right? But quitting is not an option. If a bunch of your team leaves, you rebuild. But this is my life. This is my livelihood. This is my job. What's the alternative? Go work for someone else? I don't think so.
You are working for someone else. You still have a CEO of your company who you are making money for every single day.
Not even, right? So get to director, run your mouth, talk about.
And the people who get in are making money for the uplines, who are making money for the uplines, who are making money for you. So to say, like, I don't want to leave because I didn't want to make other people money, that's what this business is. That is what you said at the beginning. You said you have to remain this rank so that you can get 10% on the person below you and then 5% below them. So they are making you money. I guess it's okay as long as you get other people involved, that as long as they're making you money. They're making the other person, like, I don't want to make other people money, but as long as other people are making you money, it's okay.
About this business, all you need is 3 people. And I'm going to...
Absolutely not. For like for the director rank, sure. But then the amount of group volume and sales that need to be met each and every month, it's not possible to do that with only 3 people and yourself. It's not. Because if it was, then Miss 324 personally sponsored people would only need 3.
I'm going to kind of, this is kind of the mojo that Trent gave me. He basically, in a nutshell, said, if you were going to lose your house or have your car repoed next month, if you didn't find 3 people that you know to join with you, what would you do? So I ask you, if you were going to lose your home or lose your car, if you didn't have 3 people under you on your team, what would you do?
That's such an extreme hypothetical. You should not have to depend on 3 other people to get you out of losing your home or losing your car. That is a situation that you have to fix yourself. And if the solution is involving 3 other people, that's not fair to those 3 other people.
I'm curious. So I promise you, you start working at a whole different level because it then becomes a priority. And when things become a priority, i.e., your sales and your team building, When it is now something that is legit a priority, and it's something that you, without fail, come hell or high water, I'm going to get this sucker done, you'll do it. When you give yourself an option, you won't. So I want you guys to be in that mindset. You know, that's a winner's mindset all the time, where if you give yourself an option to fail, if you give yourself a quit date, when you walk into a situation, most likely you will fail or quit, right? Because you gave yourself that option. Who is in control of you, your future, your decisions, your thoughts?
All the people below you, all the people that you have to recruit in order for you to be successful. They are in control of staying, leaving, so that determines your rank. They are in control of, well, I guess kind of out of their control if they do or do not sell anything, and you don't hit the group volume that month, and so therefore you derank or maintain rank if you're that close to ranking the next rank. So they are in control of everything.
It's not me. It's you. Who is your biggest saboteur? It's you. You are the one that convinces yourself that you can't do this. You are the one that chooses to listen to people around you when they put you down. You are the one that is in control of your success and if you want to change or not. I know that anyone could do this if they put their mind to it and take all the training and knowledge that is given and put it into action. You just have to act, right? Acting creates action. So keep pushing through this. Make director a priority. I want you to write down today a date. Put it on a calendar. By this date, I will be a director. Or by this date, I will be XYZ. I want you to put an actual date and a day to it and execute like you mean it. I promise you, if you do that, your 3 people are going to come and more are going to come. I talk about my team all the time. And when people hear that and they see my leadership and my personality, they want that, right? It's going to be the same with you. Your tribe is going to have your vibe. People are going to join you because they want to be around you. I promise you, don't make it so complicated. Keep it simple. There's so much training out there, especially in our team group. There's multitudes of training. You don't have to know all the things. You just need 3. Go get your 3. That's it. All right, guys. So hopefully this helped you understand the rank of director, which is your first rank. I do have videos on YouTube talking about the compensation plan. I highly recommend that you go watch those and really learn it. I think it will certainly help you a lot. Okay? So hopefully this training helped you. If so, let me know, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.
Bye, paparazzi lady. You guys, this woman was a little infuriating. To say that people go into this basically wanting to fail, expecting to fail, having a plan to fail, people do not go into this spending $200, $500 on a starter kit, purchasing product each month in order to remain active with a plan to fail, wanting to fail. That is a ridiculous thing to believe, putting all of the blame on why people don't reach director every month on that individual when they have no say. She is stating that each month 50% will fall off. How is that individual's fault? Why is that individual's fault? And so it's, oh, you just need 3. But then earlier you said the 50% fall off, so it's not just 3. It's more than 3. If she herself could prove that it was only 3 by only having 3 personally sponsored people and not over 300 people, that would be impressive. That would be something that I'd be like, okay, you know what? I hear you and I believe you. You were able to defy all the odds and just get 3 people. It's not just 3. And it's not just so easy to be like, well, just believe tomorrow that your house is going to burn down and that if you don't get 3 people, that it's going to be your fault then. It's a lot of pressure on these people each and every month, and to just be like, oh, it's because you want to fail. It's your fault that you failed. What a horrible mentality to have. I would not want to be a part of this woman's team. And this is also why people don't leave, because they're scared of failure. They're like, if I leave, then I'm a failure. Then it's all my fault, and I've let my team down, and I've let myself down. It's my fault. I just have to keep working harder. I just have to keep putting more money into this. Maybe next month will be my month. I just have to keep talking to more people. If you don't hit these certain numbers, if you don't get X amount of people below you, then they treat you like a failure. And those are things that are out of your control. And if it was more focused on just selling these products, it wouldn't be as big of an issue. It'd still be wrong to tell people that they're failures. It always bothers me when they make it seem like it's just so easy, you just follow the systems. The systems are in place. If people just did it, then everybody would be successful. People are following the systems. It's the fact that those systems are only successful when the person on the other side says yes. And that's out of your control. You have no say on if somebody joins underneath you, and then you have no say on if they continue to do it the next month. And how that is the failure of the individual, I will never understand, because it's not. It is out of their control, and to call them a failure for not being able to control other people is just mind-blowing to me. Alright, you guys, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and if you really, really liked it, please subscribe. Let's talk anything and everything paparazzi. I'm annoyed they get no shoulder shimmy in the comments below, and until my next video, I will see you guys then. Bye!
Just let go and walk.